WrestleMania. All in.
Tony, for governor!
We outside! Bing bong! We couldn't do this without
Vince McMahon.
Psych!
Wembley.
Baby, we're taking it all the way!
CM Punk.
We had
The Elite.
it was rough shit, but we have
All in. Wrestling.
Israel for once, baby! Let's go!
WrestleMania.
We're beating that shit, baby! We're beating that shit! You're next!
Fake record.
You're fucking next! Coming to so
Cody.
Don't you regret not coming to Hey! Don't you regret not coming to This place is a dump! I'm never coming back here ever again! Suck my dick!
Vince McMahon.
Suck my dick! Fuck!
Triple H.
You already know! Bing bong! Bing bong! Real talk, I'm from
London,
and you know what?
Triple H,
The fucking bitch! Fuck
the Fed.
Bing bong!
Tiger style.
It's a party, it's a party, it's a party. It's a party, it's a party, it's a party.
Oh, say less.
It's a party, it's a party, it's a party. It's a party, it's a party, it's a party.
We're replacing
WrestleMania.
with
All in.
Tony, for governor!
we outside! Bing bong!
Tiger style.
We couldn't do this without
Vince McMahon.
Psych! First up,
Wembley.
baby, we're taking it all the way!
CM Punk.
We had
The Elite.
it was rough shit, but we have
All in. Wrestling.
Israel for once, baby! Let's go!
WrestleMania.
We're beating that shit, baby! We're beating that shit! You're next!
Fake record.
You're fucking next! Coming to so
Cody.
Don't you regret not coming to Hey! Don't you regret not coming to This place is a dump! I'm never coming back here ever again! Suck my dick!
Vince McMahon.
Suck my dick! Fuck!
Triple H.
You already know! Bing bong! Bing bong! Real talk, I'm from
London,
and you know what?
Triple H.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, all right? Make sure you log it in and you remember to check out my good friends over at the Broken Table Podcast live on YouTube. These are some of my good friends. They have some of the best topics going on. They're talking about a lot of good things. And also, they like to put over the Prince Nana dance. Hey, I swerve and I drive. I swerve and I drive. Hey. Don't forget, tune in, log on to the Broken Tables Podcast live on YouTube, my friends.
What's going on? The Broken Tables Podcast. I'm your host, Jeffrey, with our co-host, King Rome. How you doing tonight, sir?
I'm doing alright, Jeff. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. Doing good. Just picked up a cup of coffee here to try to wake up a little bit for this collision. Should be a good show, man. Saw some good stuff planned out for tonight. Did you see the card we got?
I saw parts of it.
There's a 4-way women's match. Queen Aminata, Hikaru Shida, Serena Deeb, and Thunder Rosa. I can't wait for that match. I'm hoping it turns into a banger and not just another collision match, but I got high hopes for that one. Fletcher's facing Ishii. I know you were excited for that one. And the trios match looks pretty good. Lee Moriarty, Johnny TV, and the Beast Mortos versus Orange Cassidy, Kyle O'Reilly, and Hologram.
Yeah, it's going to be a good show.
Yeah.
I do want to start with something else, actually, that happened a little while ago. About 2 hours.
Yes, go right ahead.
I don't even know if you know about
ahead.
this, Jeff, because we haven't spoken on this yet.
If it's about the pay-per-view with Cody, I just...
Oh, no, it's not about that.
No?
We can
Okay.
talk. We can definitely talk about that as well. So, about 2 hours ago, actually, I can give you an exact time frame. I guess it was more than 2 at this point. At 3:36 p.m. Eastern Time today, one of the biggest kooks in wrestling media, Raj Giri, tweeted, quote, Something with this story about WWE making a play for Swerve and Nana doesn't make sense, which was reported in The Observer. On the latest Observer, Dave Meltzer said that Swerve still had plenty of time left on his current deal, so his new AEW deal is more like an extension. So WWE made a play for someone with a lot of time on their contract, AEW contract? That doesn't sound right. Swerve Strickland quote tweeted this and said, "Want to see the texts?" Raj Giri promptly deleted the tweet minutes later.
Oh, wow.
So, that's...
Swerve's got receipts, man. Anybody wants to try to call him out about this whole contract tampering shit, we got the receipts.
Raj, like, what do you mean, guys? Triple H...
What do you mean?
What do you mean? Triple H wouldn't do that. He wouldn't. It's like, you want to see the texts?
That's funny.
Fucking love Swerve.
Well, since I was kind of mentioning it, did you see Cody taking Triple H's place at the press conference, being like, "Oh, Triple H had to leave. His daughter's going to college." And I'm like, that makes no sense. What?
So, this is why when I say what we're talking about here when we talk about Triple H is an all-time loser. One of the biggest losers of all time. Like we're talking significant here. Like, there are geeks, there are dweebs, there are losers, but then there's like a really like a top tier or bottom tier, depending on how you want to look at it, league of just the biggest fucking losers, and Triple H will always belong in that category. Like, this man has just, it's always got to be about him. How did this pay-per-view end tonight? Today. It ended with Gunther saying, "This is Triple H, man. He's the guy." You know, it's like it's always like, if AEW shows ended, and like, I understand Tony comes out when the cameras are off. I think that there's a huge difference between on air and off air, and I think, like, could you imagine if, like, at the end of All In, as Bryan Danielson is celebrating his world championship win, Tony Khan comes out and is just like, "It's all me. I did it." Like, what a fucking loser.
Yeah.
Like,
and then he can't answer the questions at the end, knowing that there was a Vince question coming.
Exactly. Like, he just can't handle it. So it's like, of course he didn't. Like, I'm sorry. I don't believe for 1 second. Like you said, it makes no sense. What do you mean? She's like, she has to go to college. It's just like, okay, you just visit her. It's just visit her. Go visit her. It's not like you go to college for one day and then you're done. You know what I mean?
Well, there's always the day that the kids leave for college. You know what I mean? Like, when they go to their dorm. Them not being able to plan around a single day in Germany. You know,
that's what I'm saying, right? Where it's like, what was that 30 minutes going to cost Triple H getting home? You know what I mean? Like,
it's weird
because he flew with them, right? He was there. I mean, unless I'm mistaken, but to what it seems to me, it seems like Triple H was there running the show, and then proceeded to leave right after the show. I don't see how 30 minutes is going to make or break it on you. I just don't see it, especially because you have private jets. It's not like Triple H has to catch a red eye or catch a flight that's dictated. Like, it doesn't matter what time Triple H needs to get there. The plane will get there when it's going to get there. No, he's got a private jet. I don't know if I buy that at all.
Yeah. So, what's going on, everybody in chat? We got the King of Hueco Mundo. We got Queen Nat. We got Haseen and the Doge. What up, Mickey? You gonna watch that Vince McMahon documentary? Asks Mickey.
I don't have Netflix, so probably not.
Yeah, I mean, if I find a way to watch it outside of Netflix, because I don't have Netflix either, probably. I'm sure somebody's gonna put it on YouTube somehow. But I was actually thinking of doing a reaction video to it, you know.
Maybe. I need to see who, like, really is making the show or the documentary, because I could have sworn it was going to be through a WWE lens, if I remember.
So did I, but everybody's saying now that it's not.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I got to do a little bit more research on it, but I also am not paying for Netflix.
Like, somebody even asked Cody at this press conference about it, and he's like, as far as I know, he's like, WWE is not involved in this. He's like, so I don't know anything about it. Like,
yeah, I don't know. Raj inadvertently proving Triple H was contract tampering. Yeah. Says Nat.
That's the only place your grandmother watches movies, Nat. Gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's a bunch of nonsense. Kevin Owens, in other news, Kevin Owens says he's not friends with CM Punk. He doesn't like talking to CM Punk. He doesn't talk to CM Punk.
See ya! That shit's fucking out of here. Home run.
If he's working... Oh, wow, you're ahead of me on this, too? Huh? Yeah, you're ahead of me, so I guess I'll wait. And I'm waiting. And I'm
Souza, look at...
And
Watch this fucking... He just looks at
That was a
it.
good one. That's really nice. That's a nice hit.
He's like, yeah, that's gone. 450 feet.
Oh, yeah, that's a blast. That almost went back to Ashburn Alley. That's good.
Right. Against Freed, too, man. But yeah, the Kevin Owens stuff, man. I was waiting for somebody to ask Kevin Owens about CM Punk, considering that he's friends with the Young Bucks. And finally, somebody asked the question. He's like, listen, me and CM Punk are not friends. We do not talk. He's like, if we were to work together, of course we would talk. But other than that, nope.
So, one more thing I kind of wanted to touch on while we're talking about people's, what they're saying and stuff. So, at the WWE media scrum that they were doing, so they had Jade on there with Bianca Belair, and the reporter asked Jade a question, which I had two thoughts. So Jade was asked basically, how has your life changed? Like, how has your life changed since coming to WWE? Like, what's different about your lifestyle now as opposed to when you were in AEW? Jade basically says, I'm tired of being asked about AEW. I appreciate my time there. I'm proud of the time I spent there, but I'm here now. I want to focus on the now. So, my two thoughts I had watching this response. Number one, technically, if we want to be, like, fair, technically, it's not really a question about AEW.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking first, too.
It's literally, what is your lifestyle like now at this, where you're at now?
Like, yeah, she had a chance to be like, well, now I'm a superstar, and now people know who I am everywhere I go. She had a chance to shit on AEW, but instead she was just like, how dare you ask me such a question?
Yeah, exactly. It was just weird. Like, there were so many routes she could have went to, like, which kind of leads me to my second observation. It's like, man, like, I don't know if it's just like, every time I see Jade in WWE, right, whether it be a spot or a promo on Twitter or like a segment or like this thing at the media scrum, it really is just crazy how Jade just kind of being there. Or maybe she was always like this and Tony Khan just did a really good job at covering it up. It might actually just be that first one. But like, Jade has like no vibes.
No.
Like when Jade would go out there in AEW, right, and she had like the Goldberg-esque run, like there were matches where we would sit here and I would be like, man, that was a stinker. You know what I mean? But it's like, at the end of the day, I would be like, holy shit, like, I see why they push Jade, though. I see why they're working with her to improve her wrestling, because she's got, like, an aura. She's got the aura, where it's like, she could be a star if she wanted to be. And then, like, everything I've seen, like, as it's gotten worse as time has gone on, where it's just like, it's gone. Like, I don't, like, I just don't see it in her at all. Like, it's just like, you did not have that dog in you. Like, I thought you did. No. You really didn't.
So the first thing that I thought of, though, when she was like, stop asking me about AEW, I was like, they don't have very much to ask you about in WWE. Yeah. You've been there for almost a year now, and you've had, what has she had, 3 matches? 2-3 matches?
I don't even know, man. She doesn't do much.
Yeah, Nat, the way that AEW presented her, they gave her the charisma. You know what I mean? Like, you're right. She doesn't have any of her own if it's not given to her the way that they did. But, you know, we'll let them figure that out. Because I've already seen comments of people being like, Bianca being stuck with this mid-carder sucks. And I was just like, oh, it already starts.
I mean, that's the funny thing you see a lot now, right? Where it's like a lot of these, like these WWE fans, as much as we don't like them, like, they're kind of turning on each other. Where it's just like,
hey, Wendy J, thank you very much for the subscription.
Thank you, Wendy.
Thank you, Wendy.
But like, like, if you're a Bloodline fan, I go on Twitter, and I'll like kind of venture in, and I see a lot of like Bloodline fans who like really hate Cody Rhodes, and I'm just like,
oh yeah,
It's like, I'll acknowledge Roman Reigns. That's a fair trade-off to me. We're gonna shit on Cody? Okay. All right.
Right?
Yeah.
Dude, he got booed in Berlin, which obviously I think that was expected, you know, with him facing, what's his name, Gunther. But,
Yeah,
You know.
it is what it is. But.
alright, it is 8 o'clock. Let's see if I can... I'm going to start my recording, so I'll be with you. You might have to pause for a sec, we'll see.
Okay. Right now, the credits from the past movie are rolling. Oh, excuse me.
I was going to say, it's 8:01 and it hasn't even necessarily begun yet.
Black screen. Show just our Will Ospreay, Drumline, Mercedes, FTR.
Alright, cool.
Do I have to pause?
Jade is the Wish version of Bianca Belair. Oh, and they stuck them together? That's horrible, Nat. Yeah, Jade just can't wrestle. At this point, I am willing to admit it. Even if she was still in AEW and she was still putting on this caliber, I would still admit it.
Well, the problem was that she was getting legitimately better. She was working with Danielson, and like I remember we would sit here, we would talk week in and week out, like show in and show out, and be like, hey, you know what? I think she's making positive gains. And I think that, maybe Danielson's just that good of a teacher. I don't want to take it completely away from Jade. I don't think it's fair. But, like, I just think her current environment is just not indicative of success for someone like that. I mean, I just don't think so.
Yeah, I know Cody faced Kevin.
Yeah, Nat, I wasn't going to point that out to Jeff. I mean...
No, I knew. I probably just skipped subjects because...
Well, no, because you had said that they booed for Cody because he was facing Gunther. And I heard you, but I was just like...
Oh, no, yeah, you're right. Yeah,
I was just like, I'm going to let it slide.
Yeah. I knew that's not who he faced. I don't...
We'll get to that in a second, Tony. Well, you bring the Orange Cassidy and many others, and of course Christian to get the world titles out whenever he wants. But we're going to go back to the...
We're getting that trios match with Orange Cassidy first. Where are you at?
Hologram's theme just started.
Okay, I just saw... Is this Hologram? Yeah, Hologram is standing in the tunnel for me right now.
All right, you're like a second ahead of me.
Oh, okay, not bad.
Well, not a second. I haven't seen Hologram yet. Now he's crouched in the tunnel.
Okay.
And now he is standing in the tunnel.
Tell me when he's gonna walk out of the tunnel and then he'll get centered on the screen in between the two tunnels.
Walking out. And he's centered.
Alright, cool. Oh, that's cool, Nat. Thank you. Don't let it slide.
Yeah, no, Nat, absolutely. I
Call
figured
it
it was
out.
still early. I figured I was going to have to put Jeff in his place when Ishii comes out later. I was like, you know what?
Jeez.
It's fine. Honestly, as long as we're talking about booing Cody, I'm not going to be really nitpicky on the details.
So, did anybody see that match with Cody and Kevin Owens? I heard Kevin Owens somehow cost himself the match. What did he do? I didn't see it.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Somebody was saying that Kevin Owens cost himself the match somehow, and I'm like, how?
All I saw on Twitter was that like he didn't go far enough. And I don't know.
He didn't do the. He refused to do the Tiger Driver 91, Rome.
Orange Cassidy touching Hologram to make sure he's real. That's fun.
Oh, that was funny. Oh, we got Shane Taylor Productions. Let's go. Or Promotions. Lee Moriarty looks like he's got a real black eye on his left eye. Hologram versus Ricochet has to happen. I know people are asking for it. Ricochet versus Will one day. Oh, Mortos. Oh man. Jeez. Kyle O'Reilly got the tattoo across his rib cage. He's like, here, put this on one of the most painful spots. Right across my ribs, front to back, please. Thank you. Jesus. Right, Nat?
Oh, you know what? You know what else we could talk about that happened yesterday or Thursday?
What's that?
Was the so obviously again this is kind of about Swerve, but Swerve Strickland signed his extension. And the Observer reported that WWE believes Tony Khan is spending more than he needs to and raising salaries for the likes of Swerve and Daniel Garcia is, quote, bad for the sport. Jeff, why don't you start us off on this one with just your thoughts on...
First off, I'd like to know how they know how much they're getting paid.
Mm-hmm.
And then second, I'm like, who... You guys are the ones that fired the guy, and you know for a fact that you guys fucked up. And now you want to try to make it look like your fuck up wasn't as big as it was. You know what I mean? Like, that's stupid.
I mean, so I look at this on two levels. Number one, that wrestling is an extremely physical activity. Sport, entertainment, whatever you want to classify wrestling as. And I mean that like in a way where it's like, I don't care if we're talking about the pro wrestlers of AEW or the sports entertainers of WWE. This is a very physical profession that in old age, all of these wrestlers are going to be in not the best shape.
Yeah, just like football players.
Just like football players, exactly. Just like football players. At the end of the day, these wrestling companies, AEW, WWE specifically, will specifically say these top two companies make a lot of money. WWE specifically, let's just say WWE, because again, as you know, whether you love it or you hate it, they make a shit ton of money, right? I don't understand how WWE could look at this and say it's bad for the sport to pay wrestlers what they're worth and to pay wrestlers good money. These are the people that generate this money for you, and they are putting their bodies on the line. It's just factually what it is.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
If you're a wrestler, if you work in this industry, right, and you have to decide where you want to sign, where you want to work, why would you sign with that company that doesn't think that they should be paying you what guys like Swerve are making? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Clearly WWE wants to underpay talent, and we've talked about this when Endeavor bought WWE, where it's they're going to go the UFC route, where it's they are not going to bother. There are going to be guys who are going to get the bag. Sure, absolutely. That'll always be a thing, but you're not going to see a lot of big paydays for guys. You know what I mean? It's just that's just how the company views it. The company's going to view it as, hey, we're the brand WWE. You're gonna it's why Triple H was so offended about Will Ospreay not signing there, because Ospreay looked at it and was like, oh, it's great that you guys are the brand WWE. I'm not going there. I have my reasons. And Hunter was shocked. He couldn't believe that someone would pass up on them. And so it's just for me, I think it's just utterly disgusting that the company is against paying wrestlers what they're worth.
Wow, Lee Moriarty made that look smooth.
Nice.
For a second, I thought they fucking were about to botch, but it was Lee Moriarty. That shit looked good. Wow.
Yeah. And it's you gotta wonder, I honestly, between that and the TV deal, that could be a really big thing for AEW, where it's a couple years down the line, maybe WWE continues their ways where it's hey, we're just not going to pay wrestlers that much money. Some guys are going to get the bag, but if you're not a top 3 talent, you're not getting paid. I mean, we know that a lot of WWE wrestlers right now are on per appearance deals from what I read today. I think it was from Wrestle Purists. It was a report from June where they were a lot of WWE wrestlers right now, if you're not a top guy, you're on a per appearance deal. You are not getting paid unless you're getting booked.
I saw a few Twitter profiles that thought it was pretty racist of them to say that about Swerve too. They were like, "Oh, the black wrestler doesn't deserve to get paid, does he?" Like,
Yeah.
I was like, "You guys got a point here." You know, they didn't exactly come out and say it, but I've never heard them say that about anyone else.
I mean, look, that was going to be my second point. So home run by you, because like, look, man, I don't know Paul Levesque personally, and I don't like being the kind of person that says things like this
shit.
because that was crazy. Like, I don't like being the kind of person to say things, right? There's no way that this man is not a raging racist. Like, there's just no way. Like,
listen,
you go back
when you do one
decades. This man,
Yeah.
fucking put himself in blackface for the Nation of Domination promos. Like, this man said to Booker T, "People like you with your nappy hair." This is something Triple H said in a fucking promo, and then he won the feud.
Listen, I can understand once in a blue moon accidentally writing something that might have been, you know, felt a little racist. But when you go across a man's career and it seems to be his MO, you know, I think you can kind of take what you will from that, really. You know?
Yeah, exactly. And then you kind of transition to
Like-
today, where it's like it just seems like Triple H doesn't really see a lot of value in a lot of black wrestlers. I mean, I'm just calling a spade a spade. You got MVP saying it. You got, you know, he didn't see value in Bobby Lashley. It's like, what is wrong with you? Like, what are we talking about here? Like, guys like Lashley and Swerve and MVP, like, you don't see anything in these guys? I mean, like, I hate to say it. I don't know why I said I hate to say it. But, like, if you look at it, I would argue that black wrestlers were better treated in the company before Vince left. Like, which is kind of crazy.
You know what's more shocking to me about the Bobby Lashley thing is that TKO owns the UFC.
Yeah.
And Bobby Lashley could easily just hop over there and have an MMA match. He still trains and he wants to fight again anyway. Like, I don't understand how they didn't think that he would do better than CM Punk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it's something else, man.
Maybe they were jaded by CM Punk. Maybe they were like, no, we're not doing this wrestler thing again.
You know, maybe. It's definitely possible.
Seriously, Nat, that's he does. Bobby Lashley found the fountain of youth. He just hasn't told anyone.
No, that's right. Like, Lashley, I remember, like, first, like, watching Lashley in WWE ECW. Shout out for this being week 2 in a row where we're bringing up WWE ECW. Like, I remember seeing him there, and I was just like, holy shit, this guy rocks. This guy's dope.
He found the grail, Nat. He found the correct couple.
Yeah, he looks exactly the same. Like, he doesn't look any different.
It is kind of wild. You go back
Yeah.
20 years, look at him when he first started in the E, and it's like, that's the same exact dude.
Yeah. But, yeah, I don't know, man. I just think, like, you can be a bad faith arguer all you want, and you can say it's not the case, but it's like, man, if it looks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it's probably a fucking duck.
It's like, listen, man, if somebody calls you a crackhead for 20 years, whether you like it or not, you're a crackhead.
Jeff, I don't want to hear about your personal experiences, okay? Not the point. Not relevant, you know?
I forget the comedian that did that. That was a joke. I believe it was Cat Williams, I think.
Oh, probably. That sounds like a Cat Williams gimmick. But, you know, yeah, so it is what it is. I'm hoping that AEW and Tony Khan continue to pay these wrestlers.
Yeah, absolutely.
They deserve it. They need it. And quite frankly, it's like, if they be competitive, you know?
I still want to know how they knew how much he got paid. I don't know how much Swerve got paid yet. I haven't heard.
No, I mean, it's just kind of how it works, man. I don't know. I'm sure there's somebody who told somebody who told somebody.
Yes.
But also because I think a lot of times in, like, wrestling, I mean, I guess it's different recently because, like, Okada, we knew the number basically, amongst other little things. But I mean, wrestling isn't really that thing where you know what everybody's making in terms of public knowledge.
Yeah, I mean, like, AEW could have even came out in defense and been like, we haven't even released the numbers. What are they talking about? You know?
Yeah, probably. I mean, I think I saw something from, it might have been The Observer, where they said it was like a little bit more than Okada money. I think.
Okay.
I think.
Oh, by the way, did you see they released the Danielson graphic down there? And Mariah May.
Very nice.
Yeah, they look good too. I'm not gonna lie, this is feeling like a little bit of a Rampage match, even though I love Orange Cassidy and Lee Moriarty and Hologram are incredible in there.
Yeah.
I think Johnny TV just gives off this real Rampage vibe. Hey, Cody Hater in the chat. That's got to be Rome's burner account. Says Triple H is a super racist. I mean, I call him.
Where is he?
I call him Triple K now.
I don't see who you're talking about. Where?
Yeah, it's weird. If you look at the actual chat that's in our feed, it's there, but it's not.
Cody Hater, what's up, man? Not my burner, but God, do I love you. And yes, Triple H is a super racist.
That's funny. Yeah, it is a great match. It just feels thrown together. Yeah, no, that's a good way to put it.
I mean, not to be super critical, but I think this whole Collision card, while it seems good match quality wise, it does seem a little thrown together, which I don't appreciate considering that we have another pay-per-view 7 days from today.
Exactly.
It just feels like, it could have implications. We'll see how the show shakes out.
Yeah.
But you have literally 2 episodes of television before your next pay-per-view.
It is live though. I see the live tag up there.
Yeah, no, they are live tonight.
Dude, Beast Mortos is so badass. Love this signing. I just wish they had a more of a direction for this guy. He's in random ass teams with people that don't make any sense.
Yeah, I would like to see Mortos be competing for something. He's very good.
Like, how is he not paired with Roosh? Mess with the bull, you get the horns. This motherfucker has horns.
They did team once or twice. I don't know. It's weird. It's kind of weird that it just sucks that they kind of when they let Jose the assistant go, LFI kind of lost its they kind of just stopped pushing the team, which is kind of a shame. But I mean, it is what it is. Oh, don't worry, King of Wiggle Mundo. I've seen it all.
Oh!
Don't worry.
This hologram guy is fucking badass.
Yeah, he's incredible.
Oh, he's about to get destroyed. Oh, wait, what?
Really good. That was a really good spot. That should have been 3, to be honest. That would have been crazy if he had won that way.
Yeah, I was going to say that should have been 3 right there.
Honestly,
I would have enjoyed that.
Honestly, I would have ended the match that way.
Yeah, that would have been a good... I think the crowd would have popped for it.
Yeah, the fact that he was about, even you were about, he was about to get destroyed. It's nope.
I thought he was going to fucking power slam him when he caught him.
Man.
Oh! We spoke a second too late.
Love the philosophy there, the in-ring psychology there, where it's the Johnny TV and Tiger Style fucking messed his trajectory up by pulling the ropes. Little things like that.
Man.
Little things like that really good, which led to Mortos getting the spear off.
Yeah, that spear was nasty. It was almost like a diving headbutt spear. Oh, there's a headbutt. Oh. I can't look away. Oh, that was sick. See, now Orange Cassidy's back in blue.
Yeah,
I think he's just switching back and forth.
Black. When he wears black, he does the Pixies entrance before.
Okay, so maybe he's got like a little bit of a...
Yeah, he's got like an alter ego thing going.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, when he wears the black, he does the Pixies thing, and when he wears the blue, he does Jane.
Oh, Kyle O'Reilly taking a bullet for Orange.
I think the trick to it is that when Orange Cassidy feels like he doesn't have his friends, like he doesn't have friends, he wears the black.
That makes sense.
Whereas tonight, he's like, hey, he's teaming with Hologram, it's exciting, he's got his buddy Kyle O'Reilly with him.
Dude, did Johnny just try to kill himself? That looked like he would have broke his own neck.
Yep. Oh, wow.
Oh! What even was that? That's not a Spanish... That was like a reverse Spanish fly or something, King.
That was good.
Oh, nice. That was a nice pin. So it was a Spanish fly, but Johnny TV was facing the same way as Hologram. Kyle O'Reilly's touching him to make sure he was real, too. That was sick. This dude's great. They need to work on his gear just a little. It just seems a little plain for how good he is. His gear reminds me of a putty monster from the original Power Rangers. You remember them, Rome?
Yeah.
Is that a little... Yeah. I was going to say, is that beyond your time? I know that was... I was right on the edge of being too old for Power Rangers.
No, I was a Power Rangers kid.
Okay. The original, though, like Rita Repulsa?
Yeah. I mean, in terms of like my... like when I came of age for Power Rangers, it was more so In Space and Turbo, which happened like right after.
But I loved In Space, dude.
Dude, In Space is fucking incredible. Like what are we even talking about? If we're not talking about In Space, but what used to be really cool about Power Rangers, which I don't think they do it anymore, was like every time they changed teams, there would always be like a bleed over event, and it felt like a big deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like they did the Power Rangers Turbo, and like In Space is like the base from Turbo gets blown up and Zordon gets captured or whatever, I think, and like 2 of those Rangers turn into the In Space Rangers, and I always thought that was like the coolest thing. Where it's like whenever they did that, it always felt like a big deal.
Okay, sorry to interrupt here, but this is a very touchy subject for me right now.
Huh.
So this Moxley character, did you hear where the inspiration came from?
Yes.
And did you go check out any clips from said movie?
Absolutely not. I'm not 70.
Okay, well I did. Excuse me, I did. The guy that Moxley is impersonating here is the leader of like a Nazi group.
Huh.
And it came across as like, whoa, should they fucking be doing this? I don't know, like I feel like you should go watch the clip from the movie that Moxley basically the line where this isn't your company, it was this isn't your country.
Oh.
And I was like, whoa. I was like, I don't know if they should be doing this, but we'll see where it goes.
I think that there's nothing wrong with it as long as you stay away from Nazism, you know what I mean? Like,
but I mean, like, Moxley's head is shaved, and I'm like, I don't know.
So, like, my only thing about it is, it's not even a thing, really. It's like, as long as Mox isn't being a Nazi, like, nothing that John Moxley did on Wednesday is like, this man is a Triple H kind of guy. You know what I mean?
I agree.
There was nothing I saw. Like, it's okay to take inspiration from bad guys. I mean, clearly Mox is about to be a heel, if not already a heel. I mean, whatever, however you want to look at it. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. As long as you treat the subject matter seriously when needed, but again, like, if all you're doing is like just acting like the character but not actually like being the character, like if he came out here and he was straight up a Nazi, that would be different, where it's like, okay, we can't do this.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know anybody having any clue what movie that was, because it's called Romper Stomper, and it's like an Australian movie from early 90s, maybe late 80s, I think. And it's like, I've never even heard of it.
I mean, Chris Jacobs is right. He's practically bald anyway. Like, I didn't think John Mox even
that's a good point.
Mox didn't even look that different. He just got a buzz cut. His hair's always been kind of short.
He's been shaving his head lately anyway, so it's not a big deal. It's just one of the things that added to it. I was like,
No, I think it's fine. It's not a huge deal.
No.
Any word on
The scene, though.
injury? He should be coming back soon. My understanding was that he was close to being ready to return.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything. The Ludwig Kaiser thing, that I don't know how to feel about that one. Like, I've seen camera angles that show him like kissing his hand and then doing it, and I'm like, is he still doing it? I don't know.
Well, here's the thing, right? I saw some takes today. Number one, so, and I shared this in the Discord, I would never want a Fed drone to defend me in, like, the court of law. I saw a tweet that said that.
Yeah.
I'm ripping off this tweet. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I saw it.
I'm going to do it. Like, so basically, someone took the video of it and said he did not do the Nazi salute. He was just waving at the fans. And here's the whole clip. And this person does not know what the term whole clip means. Because it is not the whole clip. It literally cuts as he raises his hand to do it. And I'm like, oh my God, that looks worse. That looks worse. Why did you do this? Why did you cut it right when he lifts his hand in the air? Like, why not, like, wait? Because I've seen the video, and, like, I mean, to be fair, I don't know anybody that would wave like that. Like, it was very, like, I don't know. Like, it's not even like he was going like this and then went right down, or going like this and then he just kept waving like this. No, like, he went like, thank you so much.
What it looked like to me is there was somebody specific in the audience that he kissed his hand and then he like pointed at them, but he pointed at them with a straight like, wow, like,
Yeah,
like it was like, what are you doing?
Now, like, I don't know. I mean, I know that Germany is very strict on, like, that stuff, Nazism and references to Nazism. Like, you can't even depict Nazis as Nazis.
Oh, no.
Like, for those that, like, don't know, like, so, like, in video games, like Wolfenstein and, like, the older, and, like, Call of Duty, like World at War and, like, other Call of Duties, like, if you have Nazis in your game, they actually make you take out swastikas in Germany. Yeah. Like, you're not allowed, even if you're displaying it as, like, these are Nazis, these are bad people, you are straight up not allowed to use that depictionary, like, that imagery over there. Even for educational purposes. Well, I'm sure schools can use it. I'm sure. I don't know. I'm not from there. Well, not now. But, yeah, I don't know. It's,
remember when they tried, or when they did copyright that name, Gunther, what was the last name?
Stark.
Gunther Stark, which was the literal name of a Nazi commander, a U-boat commander. It's so crazy.
Yep. And then
they're like, that's not what we were doing. It's just Gunther.
I mean, you're really onto it there, where it's like, that really was like the whole point of Imperium. So it's like, of course, a dude from Imperium would be doing it. It's like, that's just really, really on the nose. You know what I mean? Where it's like, that's really something. It's really something you got going on there. You know what I mean? I don't know. Oh man.
All I know is this Chinese food is amazing.
Oh, very nice.
This chicken with broccoli has been my favorite Chinese food for like 25 years. It's like beef and broccoli, but I get it with chicken. So good.
Can't wait to cash in on my free curlies for these Yu-Gi-Oh toys.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I do have to apologize though. So, you remember I sent you the 2 pictures of the posters?
Yeah.
So the little poster, the second one I sent you, it got fucking wrecked. It fell off the window and my boss like tore it up and threw it out for some reason.
That's all good.
But so I have everything else though still. I have the big poster, and I have all the other stuff. I'm working on getting them as they come into the store. But
sweet.
It's gonna be a lot. Yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of stuff for her to have.
Oh, yeah, I think she's got 2 of the Coke cups.
Wait, what the fuck? Hold on.
Ooh, we got breaking news.
That's football. 49ers first round pick Ricky Pearsall was shot today in San Francisco.
Shocker.
Who's the source on this? Well, it's reported by Adam Schefter, so I would assume it's legit. Yeah. Well, there's that. So, Jeff, let's talk about Let's talk about how bad of an idea it is for the Eagles and the Packers to be playing in Brazil a week from today or yesterday.
I can't believe the thing I'm most angry about. Excuse me, is we're losing a home game.
Yes, I mean,
Like,
absolutely, it's bullshit.
They're calling this a home game for the Eagles. That is horseshit.
Yep.
This should absolutely be an away game for both teams. The way,
Right.
the fact that they didn't plan it that way is absurd to me.
Right? Isn't that ridiculous? Like, we have the schedule set up in a way where teams already are playing in
Juice.
like more away games than home games. So like, why would they not do it that way? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, calling this a home game for the Eagles is like, there's a home field advantage thing. This isn't home field for anybody. We've never been to Brazil. They're not going to cheer for the Eagles because we're calling it a home game. Like,
Could you imagine?
they might, you know what I mean? They might cheer for both teams, but it's just,
Well, so you've heard about all
it
the
takes
stuff going
away
on
that-
there, right?
well, I mean, I know X is being banned, and I know Brazil's a fucking crime-ridden
First of all, Twitter.
cornhole.
Twitter. Get over your.
Brazil is saying we banned X, so I don't know what to tell you.
Well, I would ban X too. Anyways, yeah, they're banning Twitter. So number one, they're banning Twitter, regardless of I mean, Elon's a piece of shit. But in terms of football, like that's already a shit show for the NFL to begin with, where Twitter is one of the biggest social media apps, especially in terms of like sharing news and stuff like that. Like, the reporters aren't going to be able to do their jobs. The NFL is not going to be able to promote on one of their biggest platforms, which is Twitter. Like this is that's a nightmare in a lot of ways, where it's like I guess you could theoretically have somebody remotely doing it from the States, I guess, but like at that point it just gets messy, right? So then number two, so that's number one. Number one is optics, where it's like you're just not going to be able to make as big of a footprint on the internet as you probably would want to in a situation like this. Number two, the players clearly don't want to go. You have AJ Brown saying he's going to stay in his hotel room the whole time. He said that so AJ Brown has said at a press conference that they did, they talk to players all the time with the media, but he said that they gave players a list of things to not do while in Brazil. And a reporter asked, like what? What did they tell you that you couldn't do? AJ Brown responded with, they told me I can't walk down the street with my phone in my hand.
I was going to say, go outside.
Yeah, AJ Brown said he's like, I'm staying in my hotel room for the entire time outside of playing the game. Devontae Smith, when asked about his thoughts about going to Brazil, said no comment. Eagles safety CJ GJ on Twitter was just like, why does the NFL want us to go here? Like, it's just not safe. Basically, I don't. It's not word for word, but it's basically what he said. There's currently wildfires, which are man-made wildfires. This is not like lightning strikes. People are legit just starting fires down there. The air quality is at dangerous levels currently. They have a smog warning for the first time in Brazil since 2007. So the air quality is not good right now. Like, there's so many reasons why this game should not be played in Brazil. And then, like, I still have to just knock the NFL for, like, picking two teams that wear fucking green to go to a place where you can't wear green. The Eagles are legit for the first time ever, as far as I know, not wearing green on that for that game. They've announced their uniforms. They're wearing white unis with a black helmet. It is a combination they've never worn before, mostly because the black helmet's a new thing this year. But like, or no, I think they had it last year too, or the year before. Regardless,
Green's the color of the local gang. So.
Yes, yeah. So the color green is basically not okay there, and so the Eagles will not be wearing green. They will be wearing white with black helmets. Which, to be fair, I think the black helmets are sick. Not a fan of the white unis. I never have been. That's just me. I'm not a white uniform kind of guy. It's not my thing. Looks kind of plain, But
if we're the home team, we should be wearing our solid black uniforms with our solid black helmet.
I thought that was weird. Yeah, but the thing is, you only have a number of games you can wear the black uniforms, and like they probably want to save that because usually the black uniforms are more like when the Eagles wear it, they wear it because it's a reason.
Yeah, well, that's what I was about to say. Like, you think they would make an exception because we have a pretty good reason not to wear green here.
Yeah.
Come on, guys, give us a break.
Yep, and Nat's cooking Elon in the chat, which I'm sure Jeff is, really grinding his teeth. He doesn't want to admit it. He's mad.
Could care less, dude. I could honestly care less. I told you when he first bought it, he bought it to kill it. So every time I see a country ban it, I'm like, Elon's probably celebrating. He's like, strike one. Like, okay.
I don't think he bought it to kill it. I stand by. I think he bought it because he wants to kill free speech, more or less, personally.
Whoa. Hold on. I can't let you get away with that one. The reason that he's not doing this shit in Brazil is because he won't ban accounts that they want banned. He's letting people have free speech, whether it's misinformation or not.
No, free speech comes with consequences and responsibility. There's free speech.
It does.
Here, hold on, because free speech is not being allowed to say whatever you want with no consequences. That's not what free speech is.
You are correct.
Free speech is consequences come with it, but you could say whatever you want, but you have to deal with the consequences of those actions. Consequences is it's misinformation. You have the consequence of, hey, your social media account is going to be shut down. Elon Musk did not want to do that. I would that's not free speech. That's just whatchamacallit. That's just irresponsibleness.
The way I see it, he created community notes or whatever that stupid shit is just for that. If you think that that's misinformation, fucking tell everybody down below.
No, I think that's. I don't think that's enough. I think
I think it's hilarious when people use it against him.
It is.
I'm like, that's exactly what it's for.
For the
record,
there you go. It is. But the thing is that's just not enough, because people will run with a headline and not bother to look underneath for the community notes. But yeah, FTR's here.
That's because some people consider that to be a slur, so that is against the actual terms of service net.
What's a slur? I don't see it in the chat.
Cis, when people call someone cisgender.
Do I not? Why don't I see that? Oh, it showed up in the video chatting.
Yeah, it's weird. So the stuff shows up in the feed on the screen, but sometimes it's not in the actual YouTube chat. That's weird.
It is really weird.
I wonder if YouTube has certain words kind of blocked.
That might be what it is. Racist, cisgender.
Because this chat that I have right here comes from a different website, pulls the API. So I'm wondering if it pulls it before YouTube just doesn't let it hit the chat.
Yeah, quick, pretend you're Triple H and type something really racist in the chat and see what happens.
No, that is, I see what you're saying.
But no, I mean, Nat's right. He's all about free speech for me, but not for thee. Exactly, and that's why he bought Twitter. He bought Twitter because he didn't like the things that were not allowed to be said because of misinformation. He's like, well, I believe in these things. I think they should be said.
I think his biggest problem was with what Mark Zuckerberg just admitted to, that the government is pressuring these organizations to ban people or censor certain stories, and then it comes out a year or two later that story was either true or they shouldn't have been censoring it. So even Zuckerberg was like, listen, I'm not doing that shit this year. He's like, they're on their own.
This year.
That's what he said. He's like, I'm not doing it this time.
I ain't doing it this year. Man, I hate to be rude, but I really have no interest in this FTR.
Listen, I'm wearing an FTR jacket, but anytime I see these two fucking dorks come out,
I think they're a decent tag team. I don't know. I'm not really feeling it.
Without the first lady of professional wrestling, Maria Kanellis, by their side, these dudes are fucking dorks. They don't even have Roddy anymore. They don't even have the Roddy rub.
Yeah.
I'm sure Dax is going to make them look good. Dax and Cash are going to make them look good, but...
Speaking of NFL, there's 3 hours of AEW on Friday night. I'm going to be watching the Eagles.
What? Jesus.
Yeah.
What's going on Friday?
Well, Rampage and Collision are both on Friday next week.
Oh.
Because of All Out being next Saturday.
Okay.
So, respectfully, I'm going to be watching the Philadelphia Eagles Friday night. Sorry, guys. I don't know if Jeff is still going to be here or not.
I mean, so Nat, like, obese is still the technical term for somebody who's extremely overweight, but they don't like that word either. You know what I mean? So it kind of goes both ways. Like, if people don't like that term, then I don't know. Just devil's advocating that, that's all. Not saying you're wrong.
I mean, yeah, I agree with Nat. And by the way, I think our theory is 100% correct based off all of these comments not showing up in the YouTube feed. I think we figured it out there.
Right? It's weird.
So my apologies, because I don't look at that video chat. I look at the YouTube itself chat, Nat. So if I miss a point, I apologize.
Yeah. And I've never gone in, so that's all coming from YouTube's end.
I actually like that we can kind of work around it like that. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that.
That's really neat.
I just wish it would show the actual emotes.
Yeah, that's rough. Yeah, maybe we can figure that out.
Not a big deal. Obese isn't a slur either. Oh, I mean, there's some people that get angry when you use that word.
I am one of the first people to admit that I am a bigger dude, right? Like I'm a big guy. Obese is not a slur. Do I want to be called obese? Absolutely not. Would it bum me out? Yeah, it would. Is it a slur?
You're not,
no.
though. Like you're built like a brick house, though. Like, you got a lot of muscle there. Like, you're not, you know.
Thank you. No, I'm being so sincere. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
But anyways, I mean, like, yeah, if somebody called me obese, like, would I like it? No, absolutely not. But, like, it's not a slur. It's just fact. Yeah. I'm a big guy. I think by the CDC or whoever, I forget whatever organization in the U.S., whatever department, like, talks about that stuff, like, by their definition, I do believe that I am considered obese. It is what it is. It's just, you know.
I remember when the vet called my cat obese, I was legit offended. I was like, what?
It's like, yeah. Not obese.
I was legit offended.
But, like, yeah, but it's not a slur. Like, exactly, yeah, what Nat just said. Like, it would bum me out because, oh, yeah, I'm fat. But not because it's a slur. Yeah, exactly. Like,
yeah. I got you.
Yeah,
I'm just devil's advocating it. I'm not, like, saying I'm thinking that or anything.
Oh, I know, yeah. It's just, yeah, I wouldn't consider it a slur.
Because I hear both sides. Like, I have friends on both ends, and it's funny to hear from one end one day and then the next day I hear from the other end. It just makes me laugh. Oh, geez, Nat. You got a busted up ankle too, so you can't even exercise. That's rough. I hurt my ankle a few years ago, and I gained like 30-40 pounds. Couldn't do anything. I do think they need to adjust their I don't even know what to call that, their chart, because there's no way that you would be considered obese in my category room. No way.
I think it's because they base it off of mass, and it's not like it's not an eye test thing. It's like the mass that I am would surpass what they say is obese.
It's like your height and your weight put together or something like that.
Yeah, well, it primarily has to do with weight and, yeah, I guess height as well. It's all about body mass.
Okay.
It's like, I think it's like some sort of equation between body mass and weight. And it's like, look, like you said, I am a tall guy. So it's like I am like 6'2". So, like, yes, it does balance out, you know, up and down. But, you know, I guess they don't care about height. They're just like, you're still obese. Yeah, it's BMI, mass per height. Yeah, exactly.
Mass per height.
Yeah.
Tell you, this has been a little bit of a, I don't want to call it a disappointing collision, but like all the matches feel a little thrown together.
I mean, I'm enjoying our time today. I think it's a nice little kind of hangout sesh where we're just talking about whatever, you know. But yeah, I agree. I mean, I think it's one of our biggest gripes with Collision week in and week out, where it's just like, I think sometimes they just don't do a good enough job making the show feel must-see viewing. Like, it's good wrestling. It's really good wrestling. But you have a pay-per-view coming up in a week, 7 days from today. You have 2 more shows after today to sell the pay-per-view. I think there should be more things of substance happening on this show. And so far, there hasn't been. They had a fun opening trios match, and then they had a less fun second trios match, and now they're having a tag match here where, I mean, FTR are facing the Grizzled Young Vets, I believe, at the pay-per-view. I don't know if that's confirmed yet or not, but that's where I feel like we're going. So I guess you could argue, like, well, this is a tune-up match for FTR. Like, okay. But, I don't know. I agree with you. I think it's kind of an underwhelming...
I'm saying, like, the matches are entertaining. It's just kind of like nothing here matters, right? Did they say anything about this match going for the pay-per-view or any of the first trios matches?
I don't know.
I usually keep my volume pretty low when we're doing... That way it doesn't come through my mic.
Yeah, no, admittedly, I wasn't listening too much. We've kind of been talking. Yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, so they're promoting it now. Collision at 8 o'clock on Friday, Rampage at 10, and the countdown to All Out at 11. So man, that's like 4 hours of AEW content right there. That's a lot.
Jesus.
I did know that as well. So AEW is going head to head with SmackDown Live on Friday, next Friday. The last SmackDown on Fox.
Oh really? It's the last one on Fox?
The last one on Fox. They moved to USA after that.
Ooh.
I guess we'll always remember that Fox didn't like the WWE viewership because they were too dumb and too poor. Not my words. Not my words.
Fox was just like... Fox was like, we did not get our $2 billion worth here, or whatever it was.
Yeah, they really didn't. I mean, like... Yeah, well...
You don't like Hair Trigger's haircut? That's essentially the haircut that I have, but my hair is much longer. I don't have it all short like that. Although I haven't got it cut in like 2 months, so it's all crazy now. Suplexes everywhere. No, he doesn't look good with short hair. No, he needs to grow it longer. I don't like when he gets it shorter either. I don't think he enjoyed looking like Turbo Floyd and Truth Magnum, so he was like, alright, I'm cutting this nice and tight. By the way, on Rampage last night, did you see the Outrunners with their new female on their team?
No, I don't watch the Outrunners, Jeff. Get out of here.
Dude, everybody was absolutely loving it. I'm telling you, all over Twitter here. People, see if I could find her name. Hang on.
Oh, so I have some more details. I know you're looking this up. I have some more details on the 49ers player Ricky Pearsall, who was shot. Oh man. He was shot through the chest in a robbery attempt over a Rolex. He was headed to a signing event on Geary and Mark. I don't know where that is in San Francisco. There was a struggle for the gun. Both Ricky and the suspect were shot. Both parties are stable at SF General Hospital.
So the fucking dude shot him. He took the gun from him and shot him back.
Perhaps.
I watch a lot of, police videos and shooting videos. Like I train, you know what I mean? That's exactly what it sounds like happened here. There was either a struggle over the gun and they were both hit at one point, or it sounds like the guy shot him back, and then got himself to a hospital.
Oh, finally. That's crazy. Here we go. We got something of significance happening for the pay-per-view. Grizzled Young Vets are here attacking FTR.
Oh shit! Grit your teeth.
Let's make something very, very clear.
This guy looks like a British Alex Reynolds.
I was gonna say a British Shawn Michaels, but alright, yeah, he does have the Alex Reynolds look.
Like if Alex Reynolds disappeared and they like if Vince McMahon had Alex Reynolds, this is what would have happened. He would have like disappeared off TV for 6 months and returned as this guy with an accent and like dyed hair.
These dudes are awesome, King. And I'm wearing an FTR jacket. I love these guys.
On the fans,
They-
useless opinions.
They need to let these dudes use every British curse word. Like, these wankers! You know what I mean? Like, every British curse word you got, throw it at me. Please. I want to feel like I'm watching a British movie from the 90s. Spotting and shit. You like this jacket, King? This was a Christmas present from my wife a few years ago. I went upstairs and it was just chilling on my pillow. I was like, oh.
Oh, okay, so the winner of this 4-way gets a shot at the TBS title at All Out.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah, that's good.
Bro, I don't know if you pay attention to the WNBA at all, but I'm like a huge Caitlin Clark fan.
Okay.
And she faced her nemesis, Angel Reese, last night in Chicago. And Angel Reese is called like the Barbie of basketball or something like that.
Okay.
And Chicago had like Barbie night and shirts that were all Barbie stuff. And Caitlin Clark's team drops 100 on them, absolutely destroyed them. And dude, all the fans were asking Caitlin Clark to autograph the Barbie gear. I was like, oh my god, that's such a fucking slap in the face. That had to suck so bad. You think it's gonna be Sheeta or Rosa in that? I'm calling Rosa. You know, not a few years under our belts here with Rosa and Britt Baker. I think it's safe to say we need to push Thunder Rosa because that blood match, or what was that bloody match they had? Was it a lights out match with Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker? It was a lights out, right?
Yeah.
Like a non-sanctioned.
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I'm starting to think that Thunder Rosa was what made that shit amazing because, you know, Britt has yet to have anything close to that. And I've seen a couple matches now from Rosa that were almost on that level. So I think it's time to start pushing Thunder Rosa. She's incredible.
Yeah. I would have Thunder Rosa win the 4-way and face Mercedes, to be honest.
100%. And I would have it be a shenanigans finish where it's not over with yet. I would push this feud out for a while with Rosa. It's so tough to root against Sheeta, though, being a 3-time women's
She's
champ.
the ace of the division. So,
Yeah.
You gotta.
I believe, is Tony Storm a 3-time champ as well?
Yes.
Yeah, so we got 2 3-time champs now.
Home run Trey
Co-
Turner.
Cody Hater says Thunder Rosa for the dub. Hey, I'm in, man.
Hell yeah, man.
Trey Turner home run. Let's go. Cody Hater, thank you for joining us, man. I'm not sure if you've hit that subscribe button, man, but drop an elbow on that sub button and that like button if you have not already, please.
I just want to let you know,
Hey.
Cody Hater, that you're loved here.
What up, Wags? Rosa Mercedes could be awesome. Sheeta would be a great match too. Oh, absolutely. Either one of them would make a fantastic match.
Yeah.
I mean, we're kind of cutting Serena Deeb short
Oh
here.
no,
shit.
Lance Archer's
He's already dead, Lance. Stop.
Is that Jeffrey Vegas? That guy it kind of looks like you, Jeff. Oh my
little bit.
god, there's someone in the
There's a
trash.
guy in the trash can. This is amazing. Finally, Lance Archer getting portrayed the way he should be. Well, I guess they've always have, but this is great.
I could watch Lance Archer just beat up security guards for like ever. I could just watch it all day.
This is amazing. Oh, who's that guy? Oh, man.
Everybody does.
If that bot...
That was so.
Okay, Lance, you just earned your way back on to the wall. I'm gonna have to find his figure, and it's going back up.
I guess Layla Gray's back.
Yeah, she's got the things for the airplanes. Yes, let's go. They are leaning into it. That's exactly what I wanted. I love
It's
it.
good. The more you do it.
Yeah, this is great.
Oh, Leo finally got his own.
All right.
This is good.
Okay, they look great with her in the front. That was fantastic.
Yeah, they really do with the lights going on, and she's like clearing them to go down the ramp. That's good.
You thought that was Bobby Fish, Nat? I don't think so. Was it?
No, that was not Bobby Fish.
I didn't look close enough.
No,
There's no way.
Oh my
No.
God! What is? I'm turning this off.
The Outrunners are here. Let's
Who
go.
the fuck booked the Iron Savages and the Outrunners?
Oh God,
I'm done.
that's like Rome's worst nightmare. Where's Jericho for
I
this
just
team?
turned it off. Just turn that shit off.
I'll let you know when it's back. I'll let you know when it's over.
Tony Khan will pay for.
Oh
his
wow.
time. That was the most thing I've ever.
Go grab it. Go grab some water, Rome. Go take a restroom break. You know, I'll take it from here.
I'm done. I'm done. It's off. I'm not kidding. This is not a work. This is a shoot. Look at this. TV is off.
Off.
I do not play. I am not doing this.
Oh, that's funny.
We are not doing this. Nope.
Oh man.
How dare they? How dare Tony Khan do this to me? I can't believe this. Like, I trusted Tony Khan. I really did.
Oh man. Do I got any buttons for this one? I don't.
I'm gonna be on Twitter. I ain't doing this shit. It's probably gonna be a squash anyway. It doesn't matter. It's the principle of it. I can't believe that just happened. This may be the worst collision I've ever seen in my entire life.
I'm crying.
Yeah, I'm done. I ain't doing this.
Oh shit.
All time
Yeah.
worst collision right here.
I mean, he's got the TV off one way or another, Nat. It doesn't matter. I'm sure it would have went off either way.
It was terrible. It was just so terrible. What an awful thing.
Oh, my face hurts. Oh man, my face hurts.
Chris Jacob, is that a Trey Turner Wolfpack in the house? Let's fucking go. I can't believe this is happening.
Rome feels personally attacked.
I can't believe Tony Khan did this to me. Honestly, I'm kind of disgusted. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna turn the TV back on. I'm watching this.
There you go.
I mean, this is terrible. It's terrible. God awful. I'm honestly disappointed in Tony Khan.
Layla Gray, yes. We need more of Layla Gray. I want her back in the ring. Yo, imagine her coming out like that with her ring gear. Oh,
I can't imagine anything if the Outrunners and fucking Iron Savages are involved. Like I can't imagine anything, to be honest with you. Oh, Subway just dropped the price of footlongs to $6.99. I remember when they were $5.
Dude, I was saying that to Jenna. I was like, man. I remember when a $5 footlong was $5.
Well, yeah, now they get you. It's like, oh, you can get a $5 footlong cookie, and it's just like, I don't want a $5 footlong cookie. I want a $5 footlong sandwich. Terrible. All right.
Listen, we were just saying we love Top Flight's new outfits. If they can find a way to generate some charisma, I'll be all in on the fucking Top Flight. Like, shave those stupid rooster haircuts, those broccoli haircuts. I don't want to see Patrick Mahomes on my AEW show.
All right, let's see what we got going on here. Bottom of the 7th, loading up. Austin Hayes.
Like, King, in your area, does
wow.
every 17-year-old kid have this haircut?
I gotta give it to him. I don't know what play on the Braves that is, but he just saved a home run.
Oh wow!
He literally jumped over the fence and was halfway hanging over the fence, and he caught it out of play.
Oh man!
It was a home run.
So I thought Jamie Hayter was supposed to be here as well. Let's see if there's anything about that.
Is that match over?
No.
Oh, it's not over. This is the worst collision of all time. All right, Weston Wilson's up at the plate now. Like, I can't even be mad.
So,
that's a hell of a defensive play by the Braves. I can't even be mad about it.
She was on Dynamite. I don't see anything about her being on Collision. I think a few of the Twitter accounts just made us feel like she was going to be, because everybody was like just posting pictures of her left and right and tagging Collision. Now it's over. Top Flight wins. Let's go.
All right, well, AEW messed up because now I'm watching this inning. So it's your own fault, Tony Khan.
I do like that that avatar you got going there, Cody Hayter. That Jamie. Oh, I see it. It's Hayter like Jamie Hayter. Oh,
my
shit.
God, Jeff, please don't tell me you just got that. Jeff, please.
Hey, I'm old and slow. We've established this.
How did you go this long? How have you gone an hour without real...
Well, because I just noticed the profile picture, to be honest. So I just thought he was hating on Cody until I saw the profile picture. Rome walking out on me like Orange Cassidy, huh? Queen Aminata, Jesus. What on earth? Exactly, Nat. Exactly.
You know, scouting them like you know on that. You want to talk about scouting? Between I'm the professor. There's nobody on the roster who's been in this team better than I do. And I've also been in the ring with all of you. And I've also
Another hit from Edmundo Sosa. He's running home. They're waving him home. He's safe. Oh,
let's go.
Weston Wilson from first to home. Hell of a play. Triple. A triple for Edmundo Sosa.
Queen Aminata needs to go be a supermodel.
God, I fucking love Edmundo Sosa. Yeah, he's safe, yeah. Action replay shows it.
That's one of the most beautiful human beings I've ever seen. Here comes Kyle Fletcher. I'll let you know when the match is about to start if you wanted to keep watching the...
Yeah, I'm doing the inning.
Phillies.
Give me update. The Phillies are doing something good right now. The crowd is electric at Citizens Bank Park. little preview of it for October, hopefully. Thank you, Nat. I gotta stick through with my guys right now, but I'll be back.
Oh yeah, this is the Fletcher versus
Again,
Ishii.
this is Tony Khan's fault. Hey, listen, Tony Khan, if you're watching, if you book the Iron Savages and the Outrunners, especially together, no, not doing it. Not doing it. This is Tony Khan's fault, and no one knows. You know,
Fletcher looks great.
And we got Sosa at third. We got Johan Rojas at bat.
Hold on. Wasn't this motherfucker just on Dynamite?
Who?
Ishii.
Yes.
And at All In.
God, Jeff, do you ever, do you have a pulse at all?
Fucking...
I literally
feel personally
was cracking
attacked
jokes
now.
in the Discord today at your expense.
I know. I feel personally
You
attacked.
have no awareness at all for anything going on. It's almost impressive. Grounder from Johan. Oh, Johan's out.
Fletcher gonna be a star sooner than later. I mean, I feel like he already is, but yeah, I know what you mean, man.
Yeah, Fletcher's that
really,
guy.
Really good.
All right, 2 outs, bottom of the 7th.
We need to get him
third.
back with Will ASAP. Or I mean, with Will and his tag partner. Mark Davis. I want Aussie Open back.
Kyle Schwarber up at the plate.
Push-wise, got you. Yeah, Ishii is everywhere, Cody. That's why I've been hating on him. I see him too much. I'm like, why is this old man everywhere that I watch wrestling?
That's how I feel when I keep having to talk to Jeffrey Vegas when I watch wrestling. All right, 2-1 right now is the count with Kyle Schwarber. Max Fried just hit 100 pitches.
That's a lot of pitches for him.
That was a lot of pitches. Man on third. Pitch. Oh, it's a strike. Strike 2. Counts 2-2. Admittedly at 100 pitches. A nice pitch from Max Fried. I gotta give it to him.
You know what, Nat? That's a great point. That is a great point.
Exactly. Shut up, Jeff.
Man, I could sure use a body armor right now. I'm all out.
Oh, Schwarber hits it right off his leg. Schwarber's walking it off.
I know you said the 49ers guy stable in the hospital. I'm getting another update here saying he's expected to be okay.
Yep. Yeah, stable, yeah. I can't imagine he's going to play on Sunday, though. I can't.
No way. No way.
I can't
No
imagine.
shot. He ain't playing. He might miss the season if he got shot in one of his lungs, in the chest. I'm going to see if they have where... Debo tweeted out he's good, thank God.
Hey, Flo. Cool leg warmers. Thanks. They're just for the bus ride to work. They're not part of the official.
Damn, that was this year's first round? I thought it was one of a past year's first round.
Oh, man. Ground out Kyle Schwarber. Man. But we got one in. That's the end of the 7th inning, going to the 8th.
Bundle our cars and get the same 24/7 protection. I think we just invented that. This is the best day ever.
Well, I still got robbed.
Alright, let's go back. Hopefully they never put fucking Iron Savages on my TV ever again. Or the Outrunners. Terrible. This may be one of the worst collisions of all time. Based off that alone. You know how like sometimes you grade on a curve? Like I'm grading on a cliff. Okay? So...
I'm just waiting for that 4-way women's match. I'm into Kyle Fletcher here, but you know.
Compared to those on IDEA at 4 months, IDEA HD is the only wet AMD therapy that helps 8 out of 10 people go up to 4 months between injections after 2 initial monthly treatments. If you have an eye infection, eye pain or redness, or allergies to IDEA HD, don't use. Eye injections like IDEA HD may cause eye infection, separation of the retina, or rare but severe swelling of blood vessels in the eye. An increase in eye pressure has been seen. There is an uncommon risk of heart attack or stroke associated with blood clots. The most common
So let that be a lesson to everybody. Don't wear your Rolex in San Francisco.
And there's still so much to see.
Or New York City. Or LA.
Ask your retina specialist about IDEA HD today.
Or Chicago.
Potential for fewer injections.
Not in a fall.
You're not bad. Aren't you a little too old to be playing football?
Wait, what?
They want somebody that can run a 40, not somebody that is 40.
New customer score. NFL plus premium.
At Ace, we know not all paint is created.
Did you hear about that apartment complex that got taken over by a Venezuelan gang? An entire gang from Venezuela came over. I mean, I'm assuming across the border. I don't know. But they took over an entire apartment in somewhere in Colorado, I think it is.
That's crazy.
They're like knocking on doors, kicking people out their apartments, and they're like, yeah, we own this shit now. It's crazy.
I own a lot of businesses, so my tech and my network needs to keep up. Thank you, Verizon Business. Now our business is the fastest, reliable internet on the same network that powers our phones. So whatever's next, we're cooking with 5. Switch to the partner businesses rely on.
Chef Aaron Sanchez. That dude's so good. Love that guy.
I guess we'll find out where he got shot later tonight. They said media availability will be held this evening at San Francisco General Hospital. So, if you want to find out where he got shot, I guess stay tuned.
Yeah. I don't know if it's the police don't care, but I don't know if they can actually do anything. You need like the military to come in for something like that. If you got like 20 or 30 dudes held up in a building, cops are just gonna get fucking wasted if they try to go in there. You gotta call in like the National Guard for some crazy shit like that.
Yeah.
That's just wild. I was just like, what? I thought it was a fake story like from The Onion. I was like, no. And yeah, King, several AEW contracts set to expire. I've been saying it for a little while. I think Tony's going to keep those contracts until they expire. He doesn't like to fire people unless there's a reason. And I think he's just going to let them expire. We're going to trim off a lot of the extra bits of the roster that, without a better way to say it, that aren't needed right now, or not needed anymore, you know? A lot of people are going to be going to get the old thank you for your time here in AEW. Future endeavors. Because I think even Will Ospreay made a joke about it the other night, didn't he? Wasn't he like, oh, there's like 1,000 people signed in the back, but Tony called me, you know what I mean?
Who said that?
Ospreay did in one of his promos.
He said that when MJF was hurt.
Yeah. But he wasn't really like knocking on AEW, but it was almost like a little bit of a joke. He was like, there's 1,000 guys in the back signed, but he called me and had to have me, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I think that's one of those things where it's like there's a kernel of truth to it, but at the same time, pretty sure
Yeah.
Tony Khan would just love to book Will Ospreay regardless.
Oh, of course.
So
I'm just saying, it's like,
I think it's one of those things where it's like, I think there's a kernel of truth to what Will said there, but like in the reality of the situation was like, oh man, MJF's hurt. We got to really load up this card. I would love to get Will Ospreay on the card. Oh, Fletch is so strong. Bam.
oh, not the video I saw in that. There was dudes with like this crazy long ass sniper rifle and a fucking with a scope on it. They were knocking on the door and they walked in and pushed everyone out. And I was like, first of all, that thing's way too big to do anything with. That dude, those dudes would have had a very bad time if that would have been my door. I've been like, y'all should have pizzaed instead of French fried. I don't know if anybody watches South Park to get that joke, but you know, gonna have a bad time. Oh God, Ishii just folded Fletcher in half. Oh yeah, the whole Miro situation, King. I just think with Miro, he might as well go back to the E. It's just like, go ahead, dude. It's like, remember what they did to you and your wife. You know what I mean? Like, they had her making out with Bobby Lashley in front of you. And then you're going to be difficult here in AEW? Like, why? I don't get it.
Because some guys don't, like, they don't get it. It's just like I don't know if it's a cockiness thing or, like, too much pride or whatever it is. But it's just like everyone in that locker room needs to be on the same page in terms of, like, wanting to put on a great show. And do your part. And like Miro, just that's not him. That's not what he wants to be. But like, that's why you like. And I 100% agree with Tony Khan doing this. Anyone that he thinks is going to go back to WWE, he just doesn't book them. And like, why would you? I can't think of a good reason. Why would you book Miro? For him to low effort his way through and turn down any creative that he's given? Why would he book Ricky Starks?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I just found my Ricky Starks figure and I was like, I didn't even know I bought this.
Why would he book Ricky Starks? Give me one reason why Tony Khan should book Ricky Starks. Doesn't matter how good you are. It makes no sense for Tony Khan to sit there and put this guy on a platform for him to just go to the other place. And probably in bad faith, too. Not to mention, he turns down creative. That's another one that's been like noted in reports that he'll just turn down creative. They have things that they pitched to him, and he said no. So, all right, well, we're gonna sit you at home.
So Nat, I saw what you were saying where it said that the police investigated and found no evidence. But then I've also just found from 40 minutes ago the Aurora mayor has admitted to it now. So it looked like they were, no, that shit's not happening. And then the mayor was like, okay, we've made a whole bunch of arrests. They're saying that they are arresting a bunch of people, so at least they're getting it taken care of. He said it's a nightmare situation. And this is from 40 minutes ago. But he is pushing back on the way that the media was saying that the whole apartment complex was overrun. So, looks like the internet ran with that one a little bit. But still, that's... The video of the dude pushing people out of their apartment was real, so that's... They say they arrested those dudes, they got that guy's long gun. That sniper rifle I was talking about, they got that. You couldn't do anything with that in close quarters. Nothing. Have you ever played COD and tried to use a sniper rifle in like multiplayer without ADSing? You just don't hit anything.
Called it no scope, Jeff.
Yeah, it's like running around no scoping. You're not gonna hit anyone.
Played Black Ops 6 beta, by the way.
It looks good.
It does. It plays very fast paced. Like the new
That's where-
movement, it's very fast.
I'm gonna get my ass handed to me. I am not a movement player.
No offense.
I'm just not a movement player. I'm absolutely like hide around a corner type and peek type player, and that is not what this new COD is at all.
I mean, I'd push back, and I think that the game will balance out really well in a sense that, like, I think you could still do that. Like, because I was playing a game, one of the games I played, I was playing domination, so I took up and was playing defense a little bit, and like, it felt like, you know, Call of Duty playing defense, where it was just like, hey, like guys are coming around the corner, I was taking them out.
Master this movement. I don't even think people know that you could dive backwards now.
So, I mean, I'll say this. I think that they do a pretty good job at teaching you that there's new stuff in this, because you load up the beta and they're just like, hey, you should run this training first. And you go in there and like they have you do all of it.
Wow.
But like, I had one game where I like really put the movement together, and I had a really good game. Whereas like when I started thinking like, hey, I have to run around this train car, instead of like running and then turning right and running, I should just run right. And like without turning, like you can keep your eye where you need it to be and still move quickly. So I mean, like kind of like, yeah, what you said is there is a kernel of truth there, that if once people get comfortable with the movement and how fast it is, like I think that they'll benefit for it as a player.
Yeah. They're calling it Omni movement because you could dive any direction and slide in any direction while still facing forward. It's crazy.
Yep, that's what they're calling it, Omni movement. I appreciate them trying something new. I know there are a lot of haters out there, like Call of Duty never tries anything new. This is pretty unique, and I got to give it to them. We'll see how it shapes out. Like, you know, ask me how I'm feeling about it a couple months down the line. But about an hour into the beta last night, I was pretty happy with it.
I'll admit, that's one of the coolest mechanics I've seen a first-person shooter put in a long time. I think it looks really cool when people are doing it. Like, I was watching Scump play. Scump's one of the greatest players of all time from, you know, the COD championships and everything.
Yeah.
And, dude, the way that he was just diving around corners and sliding, he was like, bro, people that aren't pros have no fucking chance against me. He was about to drop a nuke on his first game.
Yeah.
He went like 18-0 in his first death. It was insane.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So I think it's going well. I think it plays pretty well. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it.
I'll be playing the Warzone. That's all I know. I like the Nuketown themed Warzone map.
Yeah,
that was nice.
No, I did actually look into it. So they did say that they are going to incorporate the movement, the Omni movement, into Warzone when it
they don't really have a choice.
Black Ops 6 launches.
Tell you, people are pretty upset that we're getting like they announced Verdansk is coming back, and everybody's like, yes, and then they were like, next year, and everyone's like, what? Like, so we have to stick with the same map that we've been with for the past 3 years or whatever?
No, aren't they launching with a new map?
So they're launching with that new Nuketown map, but that's one of the mini maps.
Oh,
like, if you're talking about the big map, it's still going to be Al Mazrah.
Yeah, it's kind of impressive how, like, I was, like, really into Blackout, and then, like, Warzone just hasn't been very good. And the problem with games, like, service games, is that, like, it doesn't really change. Like, there's changes, but it's not like, you can't just be like, oh, well, I didn't like this one, but the next year, the next one will be better, or it'll be different, so you can try it out. It's like, no, it's generally the same Warzone that it's been, with some small changes made here and there, which is kind of...
I just got an amazing idea. I just got what I believe is an amazing idea. So, you know, I don't know if you know this, but you remember World of Warcraft, one of the games that I used to play? It's how me and the wife met each other.
Yeah.
They've recently, somewhat recently, Warcraft Classic, where they brought back the original game from the way that it was when it first came out 20 plus years ago, and you could play it exactly as it was back in the day.
Yep.
With none of the little bonuses to quality of life, none of that. Just the way when it came out, get to play it again. Imagine we did Warzone Classic and we get Blackout back. Just give me back Blackout as a mode.
That'd be great. I would love for them to do it.
Oh, please. And Blizzard, Activision Blizzard, you're the same company. You can use the fucking Warzone Classic name and you wouldn't be stealing anything. Please. That would be incredible.
Yeah, I would love it. I don't think we will see it.
I gotta write out a tweet and throw it out there. Gotta do a Reddit post or something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's impressive though, because Warzone is something that like, I want to love it, but I just consistently am just underwhelmed by it from a gameplay perspective, and it's just like, I've really shifted back to multiplayer, where it's just like I didn't think that was going to happen. Like I remember when I was playing Blackout all those years ago, I was like, this is how I'm going to play from now on. Oh, hold on, what's going on here?
So,
oh, they're on the phone with Mark Briscoe.
Oh, they want to match it for the trios titles. Okay. I started playing the Warzone modes that you can die and come back in.
I don't like.
So it's like multiplayer and Warzone together.
I didn't like those, and that was the problem. It's like I think that in the battle royale setting, like I liked the heightened, like, what's the word I'm looking for? The heightened stakes, where it was just like, hey, like if you get killed, that's it for you. Your team can still go on and win, but like you need to play and like you need to play strategically. You need to plan yourself out. You can't just be like, I'm gonna go out there and and figure it out and then die and then get bought back. Like I've never been a fan of that.
So in Resurgence, which is what I'm talking about,
right.
If your entire squad gets killed, you're out.
Yep.
You have to have somebody left alive to come back. So you still have that little bit of, it could be the end for you. And then there's actually, after a certain amount of time, like after a couple of circles, there's no more coming back. So it eventually becomes that, which, that's why I like it. You get to survive for a while, and then you get to die and be done with it.
I hear what you're saying. I played Resurgence before, so it's like, I mean, I get it. It's just, for me, I don't like the way that those games kind of progress.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's just not enjoyable.
Me and Coach got a squad with his homie Cody, and we rarely lose Resurgence games. Like, we win like 8 out of 10 games. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's just something that I just don't get into. It's just like, at that point, like, I just play multiplayer. Like, if I wanted to play multiplayer on, like, I wouldn't play Warzone. I would play multiplayer.
We're getting House of Black here?
Yeah, I think it's buddy and single
buddy,
competition here tonight.
Yeah. Any word when Julia Hart is returning? We're thinking a couple months, but they haven't really said anything. It's been one of those quiet ones. Ooh, Buddy versus Commander. Again, this is going to be a banger match, but thrown together for why? We're 2 weeks away from a pay-per-view, Rome. You had a really good point on why none of these matches should be thrown together.
Yeah, it's like, look, I'm okay. Like, I want to see these matches. Like, these are good matches. But I just think, I don't know. I need to see a little bit more from, like, hey, like, we're like, trying to get through to a pay-per-view. Like, I don't know.
Buddy does look like the Hulk. Holy shit. He's freaking jacked. I still find it weird that Buddy has no tattoos. His entire trios team is completely covered, basically from head to toe. And now his wife is pretty much covered, like...
Yep.
He's just, I guess they're just not for him, I don't know. He's probably one of those guys that's like, I haven't found something that I want yet. Return early fall. Thank you, Christopher. I think this would qualify as early fall, though, wouldn't it? So anytime now?
No, it's not early fall yet.
It's almost September, bro.
Yeah, but August is summer.
I mean, yeah, but...
It's not September yet, Jeff.
When's the equinox? When does it become actual fall?
Well, let me see. When is the fall equinox?
Like September...
September 22nd.
I was going to say the 20th or something.
22nd, Jeff. So we still got like 3 weeks to go. Calm your ass.
Yeah, so I said a couple weeks, few weeks.
Calm down. I mean, I want it to be fall, but it's not fall yet. Not there yet.
Maybe a month or so. Maybe we can say within the month.
You outside today? Did it feel like fall to you today? No, it didn't. So stop.
I did not. Admittedly, I didn't go outside
Lucky
today.
you. It was miserable.
No grass was touched.
I had errands today, and I had to go out, and I was like, oh.
Yesterday was beautiful. I was outside yesterday.
It shouldn't feel this hot. It was a weird kind of hot, though. Because it was like, I would turn the air on in my car, and I was like, it's a little too, I'm cold. I gotta turn this off. So I would put the window down.
That's a good point, King. Why would you tattoo a perfectly sculpted body like that? That'd be like painting the Michelangelo. I get it.
Thank you, Chris.
Oh. Do you know how strong you have to be to catch a human out of the air like that and pick him up into a suplex? Jesus.
It's Macy's Labor Day sale with our lowest prices of the season. Like the Radley.
Yeah, for real, huh, Wags? It just looks right on her, though. All those tattoos on her legs, I love it. My wife's legs full of Pokemon. Kind of like my arm. It's different for a woman. Julie will be back before Sky Blue. Yeah, I do think she'll be back before Sky Blue. Sky Blue's injury is recent. It's a couple months minimum, I think, for that one. I don't know, King. Maybe. That's definitely a possibility. She doesn't look like she's gotten big enough to get those stretch marks, but I have no idea.
And the Phillies have beaten the Braves 3-0.
Let's go! Took 2 out of 3.
Yep, 2 out of 4. We still got one more to go. It's a 4-game series.
Yeah. Well, I meant 2 out of the 3 we've played.
Oh, I got what you're saying.
They fucking stomped us last night.
Well, I mean, it's Taiwan Walker. It's like...
yeah. I feel like they did that shit on purpose, but I'm like, dude, we can't be giving away games this late in the season.
I think it's just because they paid Taiwan Walker the money that they paid him, and they were just like, they just didn't want to, like, the organization was just, they didn't want to, like, make it seem like they wasted their money on him, but the guy's been terrible since they brought him here last year.
Dude, every time he starts, I'm like, no.
Yeah, it's almost like a scheduled loss. It's just like, well.
But no, yesterday was Ranger, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yesterday was Ranger. Yeah. Walker was before the first game, I think.
Yeah, you're correct.
Still, though, he was fucking garbage. 13 hits, I think they had on him.
Yeah, I mean, Ranger hasn't really been right since his hand. I think
it was his back. He had back tightness.
Well, no, because he hurt his hand, and then he was out, and then he got back tightness.
Yeah, when he got hit by that pitch, I think you're talking about.
Yeah. Since then, he just hasn't been right, so hopefully he can figure it out soon.
And Wags, yes, Sky broke her ankle. That's a few months. I believe it's a 3 to 4 month one. I could be wrong. That knee connected. Yeah. Commander can sell his ass off. Oh, holy shit! I've never seen that before. Dude, he just did like a Hurricane Rana to Buddy through the ropes, but instead of Hurricane Ranaing him, he just made his face go straight into the mat, and then he just sat there like... That was badass. I've never seen that before. Holy shit. That spot was cool as hell. I need to see that more. Needs to be Commander's Heat Seeker. Like, at least attempt that every match, please. He's like, well, the least surprising thing ever. This match is cooking. Yeah, I mean. That was a safe bet. This would have been like minus 1,000 if we were betting. Plus 20,000 to be a bad match. Has Buddy ever had a bad match? I don't think so. Maybe in NXT if he was forced to have a bad match. Oof. Yo, there's a Rhea Ripley shirt right there above. That was funny in the audience. Boom. Buddy could sell his ass off too, man. This is what happens when you get two guys that are just incredible at selling. Right, Nat? Yeah, Roman's greatest match ever was against fucking Buddy. Listen, people, I usually get the eyebrow when I say this, but I put Buddy on the same level as Kenny. Just nobody's ever pushed him to let him show it. I think Buddy can have just as good of a match as Kenny Omega can. Now, can he match Kenny on the mic? No. You know what I mean? But I'm talking in-ring skills. Remember when he and Kenny actually had a match? That was incredible.
Oh, yeah.
I need that shit again.
Oh.
Oh, that was badass.
Oh.
Good fucking night. Jesus.
That's it. It's over.
Dude, Buddy's finisher looks
1,
so dope.
2, 3. It's good.
Buddy's finisher looks like something that if you really did to somebody, you might kill them if it was in like a basketball gym. Be like, yeah, that dude's dead. I mean, yeah, Wags, yeah. Oh shit, it's Eminem. Or what do they call him? MXM?
Yeah. I forget his name, but he's not even wearing glasses. It's just wearing fuzzy.
It's like white. It's just a black fuzz on his face. Are they gonna touch tips?
Friday Night Fashion Fight? Oh, there they go.
Where'd they go?
Oh, man.
Oh my god, kudos to these two fucking guys for WWE making an absolute joke out of them, and then they just turned this into gold. Oh my goodness, I love
It's really
it.
impressive how they just kind of ran with the terrible gimmick from WWE.
Oh my.
Like, you guys are going to be a couple male models. Like, and that was like Vince's like big last creative thing I think he did, really.
Oh.
And they're still doing it, and it's actually like really entertaining. Like, it's really funny.
That was hilarious. Who was it the other day that they were doing the whole like touch the tips thing, but he grabbed it and they were like, "Oh, how dare you!"
It was,
I was
think it was
dying.
Griff Garrison.
Yes, it was Griff. You're
Who the
right.
fuck is Griff Garrison?
Oh yeah, Maria Kanellis was being like, he should join your guys' promotion.
Yeah, and then Griff
and
does it, and then she's like, "What are you doing, Griff?" Even Maria's like, "What are you doing, Griff? You can't just grab another guy's tip." I don't know if she actually said that, but if she didn't, I'm disappointed.
Oh man. You know, for an episode of Collision not being the greatest, I've had a great time here tonight. I've laughed to the point where I've had tears like 3 times now.
Yeah, I think we're having a good time.
Yeah. Thank you guys for joining us here. It's why we love doing this. Oh. Whew. The way that they disappeared from the camera, that was really good. It didn't look like they were just kneeling down, or they made it look like I don't even know. That was done really well. That is not Marie Osmond. That is an imposter. That is a clone imposter wearing a CIA-developed mask. There's no way that's Marie Osmond. Yo, Wags coming in with the $5 donation. First time here, been fun. Aw, thank you very much, dude. Thank you. I gotta fix that. It was a little bit cut off. The message down there was just slightly cut off. What's that part of? Thank you very much, Wags. Wags done replaced the Omega Chat with the updated, most recent Omega Chat. Thank you very much. Say we're getting up on getting paid for the very first time from YouTube there, Rome.
Oh, very nice.
We gotta hit the $100 threshold, and then we actually get our money. It's been the Day Trading Doge and Jose with their subs to the channel, or their memberships, for like a year straight, building it up to the 100. Thank you again, Wags.
Yeah, thank you. Oh yeah, I remember Mariah May doing that on Wednesday.
Yes, yes. I too remember Wednesday. Hey, Mariah May versus Nyla Rose. Let's go.
Like that. It's Beauty versus Native Beast.
I fucking love Nyla Rose. Nyla Rose is one of the longest standing figures on the shelf behind me.
Oh, thank you, Wags.
Hey, shit, Wags with another 5. Thank you very much, Wags.
Hikaru Shida's so great.
I like that jacket. You know who that would look great on? Fucking Darby Allin instead of that pink one.
Not gonna lie, I like Shida's look because she goes like the Yakuza route now, or I'm sorry, the Yakuza.
Yeah.
But like, man, I do miss the Tifa Lockhart gear. It's been a couple years, but oh, that was such a good look for her. Cody Hater pointing out this is Serena Deeb's first match since Double or Nothing. Yeah, it's been a minute.
Oh yeah. Was she on Ring of Honor or anything, or?
No, she just hasn't been.
I guess not.
I mean, they look like they were building her up to feud with Mercedes, or at least someone coming in, but then that kind of fell through, and they never did anything with it.
Yeah. The female version of David versus Goliath with Mariah May and oh, I got this burp stuck. Nyla Rose. Queen Aminata. She is awesome. She knew exactly what she was doing right there, too. Holy shit.
I wonder if Collision's going to run late tonight.
Damn, look at Rosa's headdress. That shit's badass.
Yeah, it is.
She always has to hold on to him, though. I'm like, man, get the girl backstage to put some shit in there where it stays in. Oh, I guess it's hard to get out. Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Looks like they did, and that's why she had some hard time. Ooh, I like this green gear.
Only go 12 minutes here.
Collision rarely goes over, does it?
No, it never does.
Yeah, it doesn't.
So
who do we think goes over here?
Wags, I'm gonna go with Thunder Rosa here. I mean, I think didn't they already do Shida versus Mercedes?
I think so. I think that was her first.
I think Thunder Rosa coming off of that great feud with Deonna Purrazzo. I think that she's kind of next up for a title shot. Just makes sense to me, but I could see it being Queen Aminata. I think it could be.
I was gonna say I wouldn't be shocked because this girl, she's just set for a push. The crowd loves her. She looks amazing.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised if Queen Aminata got it, but I think the safe bet's gonna be Thunder Rosa.
Yeah, because again, I think they already did Shida versus Mercedes. Who would I want to win? It would be Shida, 100%. But I mean, they already did that match. That doesn't mean they can't run it back.
So if you ask me who do I want Thunder Rosa.
Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, Thunder Rosa is great, so I definitely don't blame you.
Yeah. That, I don't remember what kind of match it was, but Street Fight or whatever it was with, what's her name? Deonna Purrazzo.
Yep.
That was incredible. Rosa just seems like she's at the best she's ever been right now. So she looks amazing too. Oof. Give me this singles match too. Deeb versus Rosa. Oh.
I mean, yeah, I would really like to see Rosa versus Mercedes, though.
Yeah.
Like, I think you're definitely onto something there. Like, that sounds like a really good match.
As long as there's no sandbagging going.
Oh, stop.
No, yeah, Queen would be great, Wags.
Yeah, for sure.
Did you see her in that promo earlier, Wags? She looked like a supermodel. She looked like she came right off the runway somewhere. I was... Oh, shit. Ow. What are we setting up here? That was dope. Right. I just went, it was a quick segment. Maybe you weren't looking, got a phone call, went to grab some water. You never know, man.
I think that was when I switched over to the Phillies game because Tony Khan had the audacity. I have not forgotten. Tony Khan had the fucking gall to book the Outrunners and Iron Savages as a team. My God, like that. If AEW fails, right, that will be the opening of the documentary. Like, this man really decided to book these two god awful trash teams in the same match on the same team.
Speaking of which, how many weeks are we now of AEW surpassing Monday Night Raw? It's got to be under 30 now, right?
It is under 30. I think it might be 29.
29 weeks until AEW overtakes Monday Nitro. Well, specifically Dynamite, right? Yeah.
Yeah. It's specifically Dynamite and Nitro, yeah.
Collision has already outlived Thursday night. What was it, Thunder?
Yes, Rampage has already outlived Thunder.
Oh, Rampage has outlived Thunder, okay. The hate for Bear Country is too real. Not for me, King. I love those dudes.
No, it's like, look, man, I'm sorry. Like, I didn't like Bear Country, but when they made the jump to Iron Savages, they got worse. It's like, I don't want to go, it's like, if we were to do a draft, right, like, and Jeff and we said, I've been wanting to do this anyway, I think it would be a great idea to do it. If we sat down and we took all of the wrestlers from AEW and all the wrestlers from WWE and threw them onto a draft board and, like, drafted our respective rosters, I wouldn't take every single person from WWE before I take Bear Country. Iron Savage, whatever. Like, they are the bottom of the barrel. Like, I need Triple H to sign these guys tomorrow. Like, maybe that's why Tony Khan booked them, right? Maybe it's like, oh, if I book them, Triple H will come in and, they're a couple big white dudes, That's up Triple H's alley. Come on, Hunter, pick up the phone, damn it. Come on. Enough.
That would actually be a kind of a fun thing to try to create a wrestling fantasy where we draft like I don't know, maybe like 9 or 10 wrestlers off the roster, and each match win is a point. You like the Outrunners? I love the Outrunners wags. I think they're hilarious.
I'm not a fan of the Outrunners. Like, I hate the Iron Savages. I just don't like the Outrunners. I think it's a stupid gimmick. I don't think they're necessarily very good in the ring. Like, for me, it's a gimmick with no wheels. Like, it can't go anywhere. Like, it just reeks of, like, lower mid-card jobber tag team energy. Like,
I mean, I think that's what they're supposed to reek of. You know, they're supposed to be here to lose, but they are entertaining as hell.
they're not
At least
entertaining. Like, you know, like Serpentico, right? Ultimate jobber in the company. I love Serpentico. He's so entertaining. Like, that's how you be a jobber. You know what I mean? Like, that's how you do it.
I feel like those guys do an okay job of doing, like, what Serpentico does with the comedy.
I just don't like them. I don't find them funny.
You got to see the girl they added. She's almost exactly like them. She's got that 80s, like, you know, that blonde hair that's all crazy up in the air, poofy. She looked hilarious. I loved it. When are they going to contract tamper with Jericho? Please, Triple H, get into Jericho's DMs, bro. Slide in. Yo, did you see Machine Gun Kelly trying to claim that he fucking punked Randy Orton?
Did he?
Yeah. He's like, Randy tried to say some shit to me, I put him in his place, and everybody's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, it's weird.
Oh. Oh, is that what it is? He's got an album coming? Oh shit, Deeb's dead. Ow. Did he go back to rap, or is he still trying to do his horrible... I don't even know what to call that. Emo punk? That had to be some of the worst music I'd ever heard in my life that MGK made. They played it on the radio so many times, too.
Luckily for me, I don't listen to the radio.
I was going to say, it was literally the reason I stopped listening to the radio for like the past 3 years. I've gone straight to Pandora.
I just put everything on my phone.
The wife loves like 21 Pilots and that stuff, and they're on there a lot. So,
Well, I get it, but you just open up a thing, you know what I mean, and just have them on there, or you know, like have an app, just have their songs on an app or something.
oh, is he really doing both at the same time? Ugh. Oh God, right in the teats. Alright, we got 2 minutes. Although, remember, the show didn't start for me till my clock said 8:01. Maybe we go like a minute past 10?
Maybe.
Ooh, I'd love to see Queen Aminata come in here and steal this somehow. She's just chilling over there. Oh, the Pepsi twist or plunge? Can never remember what that is. That's the twist. The plunge is off the ropes. Yeah, that's the twist. What was the name? Did they have a name when Serena Deeb was in that group with CM Punk? I can't remember if their like little faction had a name. Yeah, that's what it was. The Straight Edge Society.
Called.
Oh, that was pretty cool. All right, it's 10. Oh, Rosa with a Hurricane Rana off the top rope. Man, every time Queen Aminata steps up, someone just fucking rocks her. She just falls back down. Make sure you guys hit that Discord link there in the chat if you haven't already. We are always in there in Discord. Yo, I got this weird thing with my Discord room where I don't get any notifications for probably a week and a half, and then I get 300 notifications from Discord all at once.
Really?
Yeah. I finally got it today. It had been like 2 weeks, and then it finally came out today. That's why I like never respond to anything anybody says like instantly, because I don't get the notifications anymore. It's weird.
That is weird.
Like I took a screenshot of it today, and it's 100 Discord notifications, and all of them say now. Let's go, Queen! I want to see Queen steal this. I really do. She's pulling a Darby Allin tonight, getting her ass whooped the entire match, and she's going to pull this out. Ah!
Oh, it is going to be shitty.
Never mind.
That's really surprising. I mean, I'm happy.
Yeah, I'm happy too, but just as I was thinking Queen was going to make a comeback, she takes the... What is that thing called? I want to call it the Hidden Blade, but I know that's not what it is. Hey, Sheeta's great. Love me some Sheeta. Yo, Nat, I just remembered before you get out of here tonight, look what I found. I found my Britt Baker and Adam Cole autographs that me and the wife got. Woo! Hey, Wags with another 10. Holy shit.
Thank you.
Dude, thank you so much, Wags. Holy shit. Surprised by the finish, but not mad. That's how I am. I was surprised by it, but not mad at all. Yeah, I'm fine with it. I thought Sheeta was definitely a good pick as well.
Yeah, I'm definitely happy with it though. I mean, I like Cheetah, so.
Man, thank you very much, Wags. That's incredible. Really, really appreciate the donos tonight. Taking over your own spot down there with the $10. Let's go. Decent episode of Collision tonight. Like, everything felt very thrown together. Yeah, Nat, you weren't surprised. I know. You called it before the match. You actually called it. It felt very thrown together, but every match was a banger. So, tonight Collision, I think, was one of those, this is for the sickos. You're just here for the matches tonight. Not too much storyline going on. I think the only match that had anything to do with the pay-per-view was the four-way. I could be wrong there, but it felt like that was the only match that had anything to do with All Out.
I mean, to be fair, we have to see kind of where some things go. I mean, there's a trios match that might lead to something at the pay-per-view. Pac's already booked, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it was a good collision in terms of what was on screen, except for the one time I turned my TV off, which someone could argue would make it a bad episode, but I won't go that far.
That was a crazy pairing, I can't lie. Rome's two most hated groups, and he was just put them together. Oh god.
Yeah, it was like time to turn off this. But yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys very, very much for joining us here tonight. We will be back on Wednesday night for our Dynamite review. But before that, Rome, you got the game room this Monday?
I do. Yeah, we'll be back on Monday with the game room, talking a good bunch of stuff actually that happened this week.
Okay.
I'll probably give some more thoughts on the Call of Duty beta, amongst other things. So make sure you check us out if you like video games. You can find the description to the other channel down below. Please make sure you check that out. And then, yeah, we have a lot of other content coming next week here. We'll be doing our Wednesday Dynamite watch-along, and then Saturday is All Out. I don't know if Jeff will be here Friday. I'm going to be watching the Eagles on Friday, admittedly. So I don't know.
I'll probably have the Eagles game on, but I think we're gonna be here though, just because it's the eve of the pay-per-view, for All Out. Right?
I'll see. There's a chance that I might hop on camera, but I'm definitely going to be 100% focusing on something else. Probably have company over too. I usually host something. So
you're good. You're good.
We will.
First game of the year. Totally understood.
Yeah.
Wag says, Dynamite feels like the story show and Collision more like the Sicko matches. Yes, that has definitely been the case lately. Definitely feels like Collision's just for the matches, and Dynamite's where you get your stories.
Yeah, but the thing is, and I love both, don't get me wrong, but I think that I can't think of a reason why both shows can't have both.
Yeah.
That's my stance on it, where it's like, we get Sicko matches on Dynamite from time to time. Like, it's not like it doesn't happen. And then, like, we've seen storylines and story angles done on Collision. I don't know. I get what you're saying. I get your point. I just don't know if that's acceptable to me. It's just, like, why would you string tie or hog tie one of your shows? Just be like, well, we don't do storylines on the show. We do banger matches, which is like, I want both. I want banger matches and storylines.
And I just realized that one trios match with Orange Cassidy, he did approach Pac, in the show and kind of asked for that trios match. So there was a little story there, but I kind of wanted it like in the matches. But it is what it is. Collision, that's kind of what it is now. I don't have too much problem with it. But I can't wait for Dynamite. What did we have anything listed for Dynamite? Let me see if I can give us any update on what we're gonna see. So, more Moxley, obviously. We should definitely be more Moxley. Looks like we are going to get... No, that is not happening. They don't have too much announced for Dynamite yet. Okay.
I know that we have the trios match. Blackpool Combat Club, which is Pac, not Mox, versus... Orange Cassidy, Will Ospreay, and someone, Kyle O'Reilly. I know that match was booked. I forget what the other matches were that were booked.
Yeah, I'm just. It looks like they're waiting to book some stuff for Wednesday. I don't know. I'm sure we'll get some Swerve stuff and MJF stuff. But yeah, nothing I can find just with a quick scan of Twitter here. All right. Anything else that you wanted to go over here before we get out of here, Ron?
No, I'm pretty much good. I think we talked about everything at the beginning of the show. Yeah.
Kevin Owens, come to AEW.
Yeah.
Come.
Yes.
Please. All right, man. Go ahead and close us out, sir.
Absolutely. This has been a watch-along of AEW Collision. Thank you to everyone hanging out with us here tonight. Thank you once again to Wags for all of your support tonight, man. It was really appreciated. Getting close to hitting that 100 point, like Jeff said. Thank you to Nat, King of Pickle Mundo, and everyone else that hung out with us here tonight. Please join our Discord. If you're not in Discord, please join our Discord. Jeff, put it in the chat because you probably still don't have it in the description. If you're hanging out with us here live and you enjoy the discourse, if you enjoy wrestling, if you like video games, if you like movies, if you like anything. We talk about literally anything in this Discord. please come and check us out. Join our Discord. That's big for us. We like to talk to you guys and hang out with you guys. If you want to keep hanging out with us, that's the way to do it. You can also follow us both on Twitter. That's also in the description down below. Like I said earlier, the Game Room Podcast on our gaming channel is available. Also down below, we do 2 separate channels, so hopefully the algorithm helps us with both. Make sure you subscribe and support us over there. It's always really appreciated. We will be back on the Game Room Podcast on Monday night and be back here Wednesday night for the Dynamite watch-along. But until then, see you later.
All right. And again, thank you, everybody, for joining us here tonight. Wags, blown away by the donations. Thank you so much. But till next time, Top Guys, out.